Okay, do you guys remember some time ago I made this? I never made it into a video. Well, I did all the painting on video, but you didn't get to see me make the actual sculpture. This was done using just a polystyrene head as like the template for a bust, and then I covered it in Super Sculpey and tissue paper, aluminum foil, little pieces of cardboard and stuff to just to try and make some texture, put a hole in the side of the head just because why not. And then once it all come together and it's all dried and it's hardened and stuff, all the clay and the foil and the cardboard and everything, I thought it all came together to make a really sort of interesting, quite creepy, let's face it. I mean, I knew it was going to be weird and disturbing, but I just wanted to make a weird textured bust, you know. I didn't make this was just a fake toy jaw or whatever from a skull. In fact, I've got another one, a better looking one, which I might be using on a new bust, because that's the point of this video. That's what I'm doing. I'm making another bust. There we go. And this one's going to involve, it's much smaller, but it's going to involve hang on, let me sort the camera out, get a bit lower. Yeah, it's going to involve this gas mask. I found this old gas mask from when I was in my teens, and I was like, oh man, I love Slipknot, I've got to make a Slipknot mask. So that's what I did, and then it's been sitting on a shelf ever since. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this eye. I want to cut this out and then keep all this intact as well. So I'm cutting out all this bit like that, and then I'm going to stick that to the face so that it's just that eye part like this. And then all of that's going to be all like mixed together with, you know, the clay and the aluminum foil and the tissue paper and the random bits of cardboard and all that. But before I start doing all that with this, I need to cut this out and just get this bit done. And then I'm going to use No More Nails, which is a very strong glue. I'm just going to use No More Nails to stick the gas mask to the side of the face, and then leave it overnight to make sure it's all glued and held together. And then I can start applying all the fun stuff that you see here. So yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Let's see what this turns into. Right, okay, that's the glue that I'm going to be using. That's obviously the gas mask, a pair of scissors. Shouldn't really need anything stronger than that to get through this, I don't think. That's, yeah, No More Nails is really good. You can just fucking glue anything to fucking anything with that stuff. So, and I'm only gluing rubber to polystyrene. Right, anyway, so how are we going to cut this? We're going to go along. Do I need to draw an outline? Sort of, maybe. Let's just do that with a pen. A colour that we can see, we'll go for blue, and I'm just going to draw a little outline. I'm going to leave some of the mouth on, I've decided, and the chin. So let's keep that on. And then all of, sorry, hang on. Right, all of that. And then we'll go up around the nose. There. All the way around. So I'm trying to watch the video phone whilst I'm fucking trying to do this. Make sure you guys can see as well. And we'll cut off underneath there. We'll just chase it around like that. So it's just all this here. Right, okay, let's cut that up. Right, okay, so that's that over there. This is this, and it's going to go on the face somewhere, somehow. I guess we'll just have to sit like that. So that works. If I can get that to sit nicely, I might get rid of more of the mouth area, or just leave it like that, to be honest. I'll glue it all together and then I'll get rid of the mouth as and when I need to, but I might keep that much mouth because it will give it an interesting side profile. Two very different side profiles, you know, by the time that I'm done. So that should be nice and interesting. Yeah, right, let's glue it to that then. No more nails, here we go. Okay, so here's your first bit of evidence that I have no idea what I'm doing. I never do have any idea what the fuck I'm doing. You know, just winging it all the time, but you know, that's what makes it fun, right? You gotta wing it and just play around and see what happens. So sticking this to the face is already harder than I thought. Because I've got to hold it in place with ideally some duct tape, but I can't fucking find any. I've only got masking tape. And we all know how fucking shit masking tape is. It's sort of shit. Might as well just be using paper with no stickiness to it at all, you know. God, I wish I had four hands. Am I just going to get it to stay there? Can I just sort of wrap it up with this? Let's just do that a second, and then wrap it round and try and hold it there. Okay, it's holding it there a little bit. Oh God, right. Already wants to fall over as well. I need to weigh it down. Let me try and wrap this up good. I will find a way, don't worry. I'm just gonna have to wrap this up like this, and then I will sneak into any kind of like crevices and stuff with the No More Nails. Just stick it in there with a paintbrush like that, get the No More Nails on it, paint inside, and then just hope that it stays where I want it and that it all sticks together. I mean, that's already in the wrong place, to be honest. It needs to come down a bit. Jesus. Okay, so I don't dare touch it in case it fucking falls apart, but it's all been held together. It's exactly where I want it to be, and now I'm just going to go in with that, leave it overnight, and we'll see how that is in the morning. So there you go. Okay, let's take this apart and see how it came out. It's been drying overnight, so it should be good to go. It definitely feels all really hard around here. It feels like, you know, concrete more or less. So I'm going to take all of this off. There you go, that all seems to have worked out pretty well. I'm happy with that. Glued on there, it ain't going nowhere. Yep, ideal. So this is the other thing that I'm going to be incorporating into the sculpture. I want to take the nose and the mouth from it. And then that's going to be sitting in there like that, with the nose, the mouth. And that should look quite cool. And it's going to have like a small weird eye. I might take some of the eye socket from the mask, I'm really not too sure. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to take the mouth out of this. Okay, so as you can see, I'm trying to keep this rubber jaw on with fucking sellotape and stuff. No More Nails in behind the mask, could leave it overnight. In order to get the the mask to stay in here, I just stuck a load of that Super Sculpey in there and then set light to it with the blowtorch like that, and just cooked it into like a fucking hard glue. Do you know what I mean? Just like, yeah, just get on with it, cook it, make it go nice and hard, and then that will keep the mouth where I want it. Well, I just want to be the first to say I know this looks messy as fuck, and what it looks like I'm doing is just like the world's biggest bodge job, you know, just really making it up as I go along, just using anything to try and hold this mask together at this stage, you know what I mean? It kind of doesn't matter. I just want everything clinging to it as it should, and all of this is going to get painted over anyway, so I can just use tissue to hold things in place, let it harden, just whatever, it doesn't matter. There we go, let it harden, and then I've just got that extra bit of protection to keep things in place. Just make it wet, just to slosh it in there, keep it where I want it. There we go. That all gets painted over anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's suddenly got a big blue messy nose. I'm going to put some more along here as well, and then possibly inside the nose as well, just try and hold it from both sides. Right, okay, it's been about 2 days since I made this, and I've decided that the bust is a bit too soft. You know, it's covered in blue acrylic paint and stuff, but it's still very it's just not hard enough. So the other day I was painting the skirting boards around the house, and I thought, oh, I can use this because there's a great big fucking tub of it, you know, tin bucket, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to cover this in this because why not, and it will just harden it. And I only painted it blue to begin with anyway, because that's the only large amount of acrylic paint that I had, and I was like, well, I'll just use that then. But I don't like that. I don't really want it blue. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to be painting on top of this anyway, but I'll just rather that it's white, just so that it feels more like a blank canvas and I'm not using the blue behind it after I've whatever. Let's just get on with it. Let's just dip a little paintbrush in there and give it a good old, yeah, that's better. That's just immediately better. This is what I wanted. Get into every little nook and cranny, and then it will just feel like a clean slate, you know what I mean? It's not going to feel like, I'm not going to be tempted to make weird decisions about what the final colouring should look like based on the fact that I painted it blue first. I think that might make sense to some of you, if you know where I'm coming from, if you do stuff like this yourself. Now, to keep me talking any old random shit, I said on Facebook about just quickly, if you've never if you don't even know who the fuck I am and you're just watching this because you just found it on YouTube, I am the Art of Sean Talman, and you can find me on Facebook. Basically, I did have an Instagram and stuff like that, but it's fucking crap over there, or it used to be good and then it became appalling, basically absolutely appalling. Fucking terrible. So I am on there, but I'm not really on there. Just come to Facebook and YouTube, obviously, and you can see an absolute wealth of stuff that I've made over the years. And of course, if you already followed me for quite a while, you already know all of that. That looks so much better white. It looks so much better. feel like I've got a nice clean canvas that I'm going to be working on, you know. Right, so yeah, I said on my Facebook, has anyone got any random questions for a future video? And what I meant is part 2 of this, because this is going to be the last half of the video now, this first half, you know. So I said, has anyone got any random questions? If you have, drop them below. And Dylan, who's followed me for quite a while now, I think, he's always got a question or two, and they're usually quite random. And he just wants to know, what do I think of golf? What do I think of golf? As in, like, it's not a political question about the Gulf of Mexico or anything like that. It's just, what do you think about golf? As in, sport, you know. If I'm honest, probably not really even having an opinion on it. My experience with golf, I mean, I don't even know how it's played or anything like that, but my experience with golf is it's always one of those games, like every now and then I think to myself, I'm really not into sports, but I think, should I give myself a new sports game? Oh look, it's on sale for like £10 on Xbox. Oh, should I get that golf game? Should I get that wrestling game or something? Or UFC or FIFA? Like, I'm not too bad at FIFA, even though I can't stand football in real life. Never been I'm just not a fan of any sports, to be honest. And you can tell from my waistline, I was definitely that fucking kid in the PE lessons, physical education lessons, where I was always picked last, and then I was put in goal, and then when I was in goal, I'd get fucking shouted at because I wouldn't really even be trying. Well, I wouldn't be trying at all. I fucking hated it. I don't know why they feel the need to pressure some kids into doing stuff like that. Because if you're just not into it, you're just not into it. Even at a young age, you kind of know who you are, but you kind of go through school with teachers telling you that you don't know who you are. And it's like, right, well, yeah, fair enough to some extent, but I know I really don't dig football or baseball or hockey or fucking whatever else, you know, tennis and stuff like that. What am I going on about? Just I didn't really like sports as a kid at school. So yeah, when I buy a sports game, I just think, oh, that would be all right. And like golf, basically, yeah. So going back to golf, not that it fucking matters, but going back to golf, it's one of those games that I buy when I see it on sale, and I think, well, that'd be nice and relaxing to play. And then I play it for about 15 minutes, get bored out my fucking ass during the tutorial, and I'm just like, I don't want to fucking play this. This is shit. And then I uninstall it. So there you go. That's pretty much my experience with golf, I guess. Well, that question lasted a minute or two. Can you even see what I'm doing? It's kind of boring if you can't fucking see, really, isn't it? There we go. Okay, on the subject of computer games, sort of, why can't you, whatever happened to cheat codes? Why can't I cheat anymore when I play a computer game? Because as far as I'm concerned, if I've paid, I mean, it's like fucking £70 now for a fucking computer game. It is absolutely ridiculous. But if I'm paying that much, why do I not have the right to see a game through to the end just because I don't have the skill to be good at it? So for example, a game like Elden Ring, I thought Elden Ring looked really good. I liked the monsters, I liked the design, I liked the look of the gameplay, the world building, all this amazing artistic stuff that I really wanted to like experience, you know. And then I heard about how tough it was, and that was the whole selling point of the game. And I thought, yeah, but can you not just add like an easy mode, or just let me cheat? Can I not just have infinite ammo and infinite health packs or whatever? Like I paid for this game as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, why why is it in the world of gaming that there's always been this sort of hierarchy thing based around skill levels, you know, like how good are you at this incredibly hard game? But like, I don't play games to be challenged. I don't want you know, like even when I'm playing Call of Duty, like I don't care whether I win or lose. I'm having more than enough fun just running around, looking at the graphics, appreciating the artistry that's gone into it. Again, the world building, the character designs, the guns, the this, the that. And I'm having a great time just running around shooting people. I mean, at the end of each match, I don't really even look at my fucking kill streak because I don't really care. Do you know what I mean? I'll just enjoy the way the game plays and how it looks. I'm the least competitive person you'll ever meet. So just my point is, like, if I paid £70 fucking as well for a game, why do I not get to experience that game fully just because apparently there's this hierarchy thing of like, oh well, you wasn't good enough at Elden Ring, so that's what, or you know, whatever the difficult game is, it's like, oh, you weren't fucking good enough, so you don't get to see it through to the end. It's like, yeah, but I paid for it. It's like, to me, it's no different than going into a shop and buying yourself a t-shirt, and then you pay full price. It's a £70 t-shirt. It's a really nice looking one or whatever. You take it to the till, you know, to the cash register, and then the person snips off the sleeves before putting it in the bag and says, there you go. Is that a good analogy? Well, yeah, sort of. I mean, you understand what I'm saying, right? It's just like, why would you pay for something if you're not going to get the full whack out of it? I mean, like I think the gaming industry is the only industry in the world where you will pay full price for something that you won't get to fully experience properly. And it's like, why? Just because of this snobby hierarchy thing of like, you know, fucking, oh, look at my score streak and all that kind of thing. Look how good I am at this game. It's like, yeah, okay, cool, well done, you're good at the game. I bought it because I want to experience the world. I want to experience the story. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't put a new film on. If there was a brand new film that came out and I thought, oh, I'm really excited to watch this, I wouldn't just turn it off halfway through. So why should I pay £70 for a fucking game and then be expected to turn it off halfway through? I mean, that's what it is. It's like, hang on, I'm still watching that film. You know? Or I just find it stupid. It's just like, I would be more than happy in this day and age of like fucking downloadable content all the fucking time. I'd be more than happy if every single game had a cheat pack that you could download for an additional, you know, £5 or whatever your currency is. Yeah, so like just £5. There you go. There's your fucking cheat pack. Enjoy the game as you intended it to be enjoyed. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you fucking paid for it, so experience it your way. I mean, they say, oh yeah, but you shouldn't. Game developers don't want you to experience their game like that. It's not how they intended it to be played. And it's like, right, okay, fair enough. But the people who do want to experience the game how it was intended to be played will do that anyway, regardless of whether there's cheat codes available. And those people are the target audience that the game was made for. The people that the game was made for, they're going to experience it as it was intended to be experienced anyway. So it's not like the developers are losing out on anything. The people that want to play it that way, as it was intended, will play it that way. But then why ostracize, you know, an entire group of people that just want to experience the story? They want to look at the characters. They want to look at the graphics. I just think it's, you know, I'm just repeating myself now, but I just think it's fucking crazy that it's the only industry in the world where you can pay full whack, the full fucking price, to not experience something. It's just fucking stupid. Right, there we go. I mean, that's looking better, isn't it? That's going to be nicer to paint on, definitely. Right, now let's just go around the whole entire thing, and yeah. And we're done. There we go. It's all been painted white, and it's going to be ready for painting once that dries, and it's quick dry, so it shouldn't take too long. Although I'll leave it overnight to make sure, and then come back to it tomorrow to make what will be part 2 of this incredible bust. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you got any other video, I had to fuck up, didn't I, just right at the end. If you got any questions, let me know. Either tell me on Facebook or tell me in the comments on this YouTube video and stuff. Okay. Right. I was about to say love you. Right. Love you. Bye. I guess I love you for watching. Okay. Right. Oh, God, I never know how to start a video. I never know how to end it. Join me in part 2.